Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Yogah Karmasu Kaushalam.
A warm welcome to all the students. I am CACS Silva Padsha, and in today's session I am going to discuss about Chat GPT. As I engage in this knowledge sharing session with you, the aspiring young students of India who hold the power to reshape not only the future of our country but also have a global impact, I find myself compelled to reflect upon my own student days. During that phase of my life, I vividly remember borrowing content of project from Google without relevance, following single standard format for business communication letter writing, attending Microsoft Excel workshops, mugging up headings of large answers and missing on the crux, copying resume of friends and preparing for interviews looking into the mirror, understanding concepts of business by tedious industrial visits. The passage of time has brought about significant transformations. But are you still constrained by conventional aspects of student experience? Then today's session will bring about a transformative shift, propelling you into a new paradigm. Today, I want to talk to you about a groundbreaking technology that has the potential to transform your life as a student. As you navigate through your academic journey, you are likely familiar with the challenges and demands placed upon you. Today I want to show you how ChatGPT can be a revolutionary, offering solutions and support that align perfectly with your student life. Just picture this. You are sitting at your desk surrounded by piles of textbooks, handwritten notes and highlighters. You spend hours flipping through pages, searching for the answers to your questions and trying to make sense of complex concepts. And while study groups and interactions with professors can be valuable, they often have limitations in terms of availability, time constraints and individualized attention. Now let's fast forward to the present day, where we have access to an extraordinary tool that is revolutionizing the way students learn and study, ChatGPT. This advanced language model has the potential to be a game changer in your educational journey. Imagine having an intelligent assistant available to you 24/7 right at your fingertips. With ChatGPT, you can transcend the traditional boundaries of learning and tap into a vast repository of knowledge, insights and support. So this session will help to understand theoretical as well as practical aspects of ChatGPT. Let's discuss. ChatGPT is an artificial intelligence language model designed to understand and respond to human language in a conversational manner. It's like having a chat with a computer. The GPT in ChatGPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. It is called pre-trained because before ChatGPT is used to have conversations, it goes through a training phase where it learns from a vast amount of text data. These data helps it to understand the patterns and relationships between words and phrases. The transformer part refers to the architecture of the model. It's a type of neural network that allows ChatGPT to process and generate text by focusing on different parts of the input. It helps the model to understand context and meaning, which is important for having meaningful conversations. Now, when you interact with ChatGPT, it takes your input, your questions, prompts or statements and generates a response based on what it has learned during the training phase. It tries to come up with the most appropriate and relevant answer based on the context of the conversation. It is important to note that ChatGPT does not have real-time understanding or consciousness like humans do. It's an AI program that uses statistical patterns to generate responses, so it might not always provide perfect or accurate answers. However, it can still be a valuable tool for finding information, exploring ideas, or generating assistance with various topics. In a nutshell, ChatGPT is a conversational AI program that uses a lot of text data to learn and understand language. It uses a neural network architecture called transformer to process and generate response based on the input it receives. While it has its limitations, it can still be a helpful companion for discussions and learning. Now let us see how ChatGPT works. You all must be using Facebook, right? But before using it, you created your account with it by providing your basic information. You would have to follow the same method to use ChatGPT. You have to follow some simple steps. First step, open Google or any other browser in your computer. Second step, type openai.com in address bar and give enter command. In the third step, you will see a new screen with homepage of OpenAI. On the extreme right of the screen, you will see an icon of sign up. Once you click on that icon, you will be prompted to provide your email ID and set your password. Alternatively, you can continue through with your existing Google or Microsoft account. Once you provide your email ID and 8-digit password, you shall receive a verification email on that ID. You need to click on that link for successful verification. After successful verification of email ID, page will ask for valid mobile number. By providing it, you shall receive an OTP on the same number. And on verification of the said OTP, your account will be created by providing basic details like first name and last name. And then you are good to go. Interestingly, you can use ChatGPT on your phone also. Moreover, ChatGPT iOS application has also been launched for smooth use, which can be downloaded in your phone as well as your computer. Tips and tricks to use ChatGPT. We saw how to start using ChatGPT. But let me tell you, it is not sufficient unless and until you know some basic tips and tricks to make the best out of this genius. Like any other machine, ChatGPT also processes data provided by us in the form of questions, requests or prompts. So can we say by applying KIGO formula, that is good in, good out, the quality of answers, response or content generated by it shall vary on the preciseness of questions formed by us. Let's see how we can get the most apt results from ChatGPT. Number 1. Frame the right prompt or question. ChatGPT chats with us like our friend. We can ask a question to it or we can give it a prompt. Prompt is an instruction or discussion topic a user provides for the ChatGPT AI model to respond to it. Suppose you would want to understand the concept of debt equity ratio. You simply can frame a question to ChatGPT, what is debt equity ratio? But to understand it in any context or in particular language, you can set a prompt which reads like, hey ChatGPT, I want to learn about debt equity ratio. Explain concept of debt equity ratio in simple terms. Explain to me like I am a commerce college student. Once you compare the answers, you will be amazed to see how well ChatGPT can step into your shoes to make you understand this concept in your own language. Number 2. engage in a dialogue. ChatGPT can set a dialogue with the users. That means it can give answers to your follow-up questions. Once ChatGPT generates answer on your prompt or questions about debt equity ratio, you can engage yourself in the dialogue by asking it follow-up questions like what is ideal debt equity ratio for a particular industry, or what can be the repercussions on the stakeholders if debt equity ratio is too high or too low. The need to engage in a dialogue is to get the maximum information on particular topic from different perspectives. Number 3, understand its limitations. Like a human being is not 100% perfect, how can we expect a machine made by human mind to be perfect? ChatGPT has been prepared and trained on massive amount of human knowledge. It does have certain limitations like human. ChatGPT often produces biased data. Hence, it is advisable to cross-check the information generated by it with other reliable sources. Moreover, it has been trained up to September 2021. We can say it has stopped studying after September 2021. So, it has very limited knowledge of events occurred after it. While using ChatGPT, we should always consider its limitations so that we can never fail in optimizing the data provided by it. How can ChatGPT be helpful to students? We understood some tips to use ChatGPT. Let us see where we can use it. There are number of use cases where students can take help of ChatGPT. Let's understand one by one in detail. Number 1, to summarize large documents and long videos. In today's fast-paced and information-rich world, it's no secret that students often find themselves overwhelmed with the amount of reading material they have to go through. Long, elaborate answers can be particularly exhausting and daunting, making it challenging for students to maintain focus and retain the information effectively. But worry not, as ChatGPT is at your assistance. Besides summarizing large documents and long videos, you can take help of ChatGPT in choosing the right material from different sources to prepare for your exams. Let's see how it works. Suppose you are trying to find out the best reading material on the subject of statistics and you have come across many authors in your search. Unfortunately, you are not aware about the content and it is not possible to have an idea about the whole book by reading few pages. But you can ask ChatGPT to summarize a single book or compare different books for you. Summarize book Fundamentals of Mathematics Statistics by S.C. Gupta and V.K. Kapoor with level of difficulty, or compare Fundamentals of Mathematical Statistics by S.C. Gupta and V.K. Kapoor and Statistical Methods by S.P. Gupta in terms of level of difficulty. These are the prompts you can use to take out the content of particular book or compare between two books. It was about choosing the right book. Now let's assume you have a complex Excel or CSV file which is running into number of rows and columns which you need to interpret as an analytics student. You can copy and paste entire file to ChatGPT and ask to explain it, and it will generate a response by depicting significance and correlation amongst different cells of that file. Assume you have participated in inter-college essay writing competition and the subject is banned 2000 currency note and Indian economy. You have managed to gather multiple files in form of PDFs and YouTube video links, but the volume is too high and you need to prepare an essay in quite a summarized manner without missing out the crux. You simply need to ask ChatGPT to summarize it for you by using this prompt TLDR, which means too long didn't read. followed by link of PDF file or YouTube video. Let's come to the next use case for students. To prepare first-hand formal draft or contract or agreement. As a part of improvising your drafting skills, you might have been assigned to prepare contract or agreement. Let's talk about practical scenario. These might have happened to you many times. When you are preparing such drafts, you might feel yourself at loss of appropriate jargons, apt language and formal styling. You very well know the content, but putting it in the manner to look like a formal agreement is indeed a task. ChatGPT comes into play. You can ask ChatGPT to draft such agreements or contracts for you by providing the requirement to make it look personalized or customized. But please take a note that these drafts can only be used as first-hand drafts. It means you can use them for educational purpose or as the basic structure. To practically execute a contract on such drafts is not recommended at all, since the drafts or contracts which are prepared by professionals are executed by considering number of specific checkpoints, considering the actual scenario of parties entering into contracts. Such need cannot be met by general drafts prepared by ChatGPT. Third use case is very interesting. Commerce students and MS Office go hand in hand. From our school days, we have been taught MS Office and we are already overwhelmed by number of Excel formulas. But let me tell you, the Excel formulas which are taught to us are just basic function keys to help us in using MS Excel for routine tasks. The number of formulas that Excel can work on is almost beyond our capacity to remember, irrespective number of Excel workshops we attend to. But then what is the solution? Because once you start working, MS Office is something you will be dealing on day in day out basis. Worry not, as ChatGPT is your rescue. It can help you with perfect Excel formula every time you need one. And even if you know the formula which is not working, it can correct it for you. Not only formulas, it can help to create charts, write macros and data analysis. Even integration of ChatGPT with MS Office can amaze you with its results. When you can derive any information from ChatGPT even without visiting its website or application. Fourth use case is to generate strategy for any business. As a student of marketing, you might be wondering the generation of strategies in these fast changing rapid times. Marketing has changed its color and form. What looked like marketing in old times is now perceived as anti-marketing. With these dramatic developments, if we rely on traditional strategies of marketing, it would not bring any value addition. But then, how to generate a perfect marketing strategy for different industries? You can certainly seek help of ChatGPT to formulate the one. Let's understand the prompt to generate marketing strategy for newly opened cafe. Prompt shall run like this. I want you to act as an advertiser. You will create a campaign to promote a product or service of your choice. You will choose a target audience, develop key messages and slogans, select the media channels for promotion and decide on any additional activities needed to reach your goals. My first suggestion request is I need help creating an advertising campaign for newly started cafe. and you would need not to worry about the target audience, slogans, or through which media channels you should run this campaign. ChatGPT shall suggest even additional activities to undertake this strategy. Fifth use case is to aid in analyzing financial statements or report. Some of you must have seen voluminous annual reports coming at your doorsteps or in your email now in the form of binded books of companies like Reliance or Adani, in which your family members must have invested. These annual reports are financial health reports of the companies in which we have invested our monies. So it is imperative for us not to read but also to analyze, to understand the financial condition of that company. Sometimes we want to know about the fundamentals of company to decide whether to invest in it or not. It is not possible to read these reports without analytical skills. Now you can ask ChatGPT to read it for you and make critical analysis on it. Let's take an example of financial statements of Adani Enterprise Limited. I would want to know about financial condition of the company for the year ended March 21. Since we understood that ChatGPT has limited knowledge of events post September 2021, let's ask about the year ended before this date. Prompt would run as, help me analyze financials of Reliance Industries for the financial year 2020-2021. Interestingly, I am not uploading any document here, but ChatGPT is retrieving the report from sources on internet to answer my prompt. The answer would be filled with crucial details of annual report like revenue, net profit, earning per share, gross refining margin, important ratios which are of utmost importance to understand financial condition of any company. The next use case aims to assist individuals in taking the next step in their career progression after completing their education in the form of providing assistance in resume writing. One of the fundamental requirements to secure a position as a fresher in any industry is to prepare a well-crafted and compelling resume. Your resume serves as a critical tool that creates a lasting impression even before you personally meet and appear for an interview. It is crucial to approach its preparation with precision and accuracy. Recruiters and hiring managers consider the resume a vital document as it encapsulates your entire career and highlights your key accomplishments and qualifications. A well-structured resume consists of two main parts: the cover letter, which serves as an introduction and a way to showcase your motivation and suitability for the role, and the second part, which is the professional summary, which provides a comprehensive overview of your experiences, skills, and job responsibilities. In today's digital age, there is an abundance of resume templates available on the internet. However, upon closer examination, these templates often lack uniqueness and can make candidates' resume appear generic. Moreover, the content of the resume needs to be personalized and tailored to reflect your individuality and language style. Here is where ChatGPT comes in. ChatGPT can help you prepare a resume along with cover letter by taking into consideration of your personal, academic, and professional details. Not only it can create a resume, it also can act as a resume reviewer for you if you have already prepared the one by yourself. These resumes can never be equated with other templates already available on internet, as it is written specifically for you with your details. Such resumes are really a great tool to impress hiring team once it highlights your achievements and provide your basic details very smartly. Prompt you can ask ChatGPT to prepare a resume for you is: develop a resume summary highlighting my experiences, skills, achievements and qualifications which are relevant to the role of a chartered accountant or company secretary or MBA. Typing this into ChatGPT will proceed to request from you information regarding your experiences, skills, achievements and qualifications. Prompt you can ask ChatGPT to review a resume for you is: I want you to act as a resume reviewer. I will provide you with my resume and you provide me with feedback on it. Include feedback on the following points: what appropriate sections to add for making my resume more readable, how to make my resume easier to scan. Do you acknowledge? ChatGPT shall work on this prompt and analyze your resume as a critic and provide you with the best tips to enhance the quality of your resume. This critical evaluation can help you refine and improve your resume, maximizing its impact and increasing your chances of securing desired job opportunities. The next use case is next step in the hiring process from both the ends, employer and employee, is about conducting mock interviews. Whether you are running your own business or you are trying to get job under someone, the most crucial part of this process is interview. When we acquire a degree from university and step out of colleges in real world, we are well versed with our academic concepts, but we are not prepared with questions or tasks that may be thrown at us during interview process. Sadly, if we don't face these questions with preparedness, irrespective of our degree, our knowledge and expertise shall never be acknowledged by interviewer and we would miss the bus. But then how to prepare for interviews? How to anticipate the questions for interview? ChatGPT can simulate a job interview for you. All you need to give to it is a prompt with the context for which you are looking for a job. The prompt would be: simulate a job interview for MBA. Context: I am looking for this job and you are the interviewer. You will ask me appropriate questions as if we were in an interview. I will respond. Only ask the following question once I have responded. Once you give this prompt, you will see a mock interview shall begin. It will ask you questions. You need to type in answers, and based on your answers, it will ask further questions. For example, the first question would look like asking for your introduction, followed by questions asking about your interest in job, your skill set in specific areas, etc. This process will keep on going until you wish it to run. This shall help you to anticipate what type of questions can be asked to a prospective candidate in a job interview, so you can prepare for them accordingly. The next use case is to explain complex concept of any industry. Now, with brilliant skill sets and use of ChatGPT as a resume builder and mock interviewer, you have successfully been able to get a placement in any thriving industry. And the show starts now. Once you join an industry, you will listen, read and come across few new concepts which do not have a dictionary meaning. But all these concepts in the form of words or jargons are basic elements to work for the position you have been placed, and hence It is crucial to understand this concept to excel in your work. The main issue with understanding the concept from your colleagues or seniors would be they can explain you to the extent they possess knowledge about it. Also, their answer would be limited by their own post and qualification. Here, ChatGPT can be used as a navigator to understand these complex concepts. ChatGPT is an excellent tool for helping to understand complex concepts related to various industries. It achieves this by simplifying intricate ideas and presenting them in a way that is easily understandable and relatable to the students. By avoiding technical jargon and using plain language, ChatGPT breaks down complex industry concepts into manageable explanations that can be easily and rapidly grasped. One of the GPT responds with comprehensive answers based on its training data and knowledge base. It can delve into the nuances of the subject matter, providing additional context and clarification where necessary. By doing so, it helps you gain a deeper understanding of the topics at hand. Let's understand by example. You want to understand the concept of startup ecosystem as a student or as a fresher. The prompt would be, "Hey ChatGPT, I want to learn about concept of startup ecosystem. Explain concept of startup ecosystem in simple terms. Explain to me like I am a fresher working at a steel manufacturing industry." Once you run this prompt, you will observe the answer in simplified language as it explains you everything from basic and give you valuable insights on how startup ecosystem can regulate steel industry. So these were the basic use cases of ChatGPT. Now let's move to some frequently asked questions which can arise in your mind while using this tool. The first FAQ: can I ask ChatGPT to run the same question one more time to process? Yes, if the content generated is not proper for your requirement, you can ask ChatGPT to process the same question number of times until it gives the fit results by clicking on Regenerate a Response at the bottom of the screen. Second question: can I give a feedback to the answers generated by ChatGPT? Based on the answers, you can give your feedback by clicking on thumb up or thumb down icon placed at the right side of the answer. Third question: can I take help of ChatGPT for any medical symptom or professional assistance? It is strictly not advisable to follow ChatGPT advices which require involvement of professional expertise. A qualified professional can never be equated with a machine. Fourth question: can I use content produced by ChatGPT under my name? The content which is generated by ChatGPT is from digital presence of different users. Hence, it will not be safe from plagiarism perspective to give your name to such work which is actually not authored or created by you. Fifth question: can I blindly rely on the work produced from ChatGPT? As the official website of ChatGPT underlines limitations of ChatGPT, it included its limitation in the form of it can generate inaccurate details. So, it is always safe to cross-check the information from different sources, including your professors. I believe with this information on ChatGPT, you can navigate your academic and professional journey with ease and excellence. Remember, while using ChatGPT, when we are considering its advantages, do not forget considering its limitations also. Thank you for watching.